Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you buckle up, because today we are diving into something that might completely change how you look at the luxury SUV world. Now I want you to imagine something for a second. Imagine pulling up to a 5-star hotel. Valet stands at attention, cameras turn, people start whispering, and the SUV you step out of looks like it belongs next to a Rolls-Royce, but it's fully electric, ultra-modern, and from a brand that most Americans are just starting to hear about. That's exactly what we're talking about today. This is not just another big SUV. This is not just another luxury experiment. This is a serious statement vehicle aiming directly at the biggest names in the industry. And today we're breaking it all down. The design, the luxury, the technology, the power, the pricing, and most importantly, whether this SUV actually deserves to sit at the same table as the Cadillac Escalade, the Range Rover, the Mercedes-Benz GLS, the BMW X7, and even the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Now before I even say the name, I want you to think about this question. If a brand new electric luxury SUV entered the US market tomorrow priced around $90,000 to $100,000, would you choose it over brands that have dominated the luxury game for decades? Would you take a chance on innovation over heritage? Because that's exactly the decision buyers may soon be facing. Today we're talking about the Zeekr 9X. And yes, this SUV is making waves globally. Now first, let's talk presence. Because luxury SUVs live and die by presence. When you see a Cadillac Escalade in your rearview mirror, you know it. When a Range Rover pulls up next to you, it commands attention. When a Rolls-Royce Cullinan glides down the street, it doesn't ask for respect, it demands it. The Zeekr 9X enters that same arena with a bold, vertical chrome grille that instantly gives off ultra-luxury energy. It's large, it's dramatic, it's unapologetic. The front fascia feels inspired by the high-end British luxury philosophy, but blended with modern EV styling cues. Slim LED daytime running lights stretch across the top, while the lower stacked lighting units add a futuristic edge. The body is boxy, executive-level proportions, long, tall, and wide. It doesn't look sporty like a BMW X7. It doesn't look minimalist like a Range Rover. It looks powerful, and that's intentional. Now let's compare design language honestly. The Escalade is bold, sharp, and very American. It's aggressive in a confident way. The Range Rover is clean and understated. It whispers wealth. The Mercedes GLS is elegant and traditional. The BMW X7 leans slightly sporty with oversized kidney grills. The Zeekr 9X feels like it wants to combine Rolls-Royce drama with modern electric ambition. If you park this next to a typical luxury SUV in Los Angeles or Miami, it would absolutely stand out, not just because of the design, but because it's unfamiliar. And unfamiliar in the luxury space can either be risky, or incredibly powerful. Now let's step inside, because interior is where luxury truly proves itself. This SUV is expected to offer executive-level seating, premium leather materials, high-end craftsmanship, and a technology-forward dashboard that feels more like a private jet than a traditional SUV. We're talking large digital displays, ambient lighting, high-end sound systems, multi-zone climate control, and lightly massaging rear captain's chairs in higher trims. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Cadillac Escalade is famous for its massive curved OLED display. It's one of the most impressive infotainment setups in the American market. The Range Rover focuses on refined minimalism, high-quality materials, soft touch surfaces, and timeless design. Mercedes-Benz brings precision engineering with its MBUX system, blending luxury with intuitive tech. BMW gives you sporty refinement with sharp digital displays and driver-focused controls. The Zeekr 9X aims to compete by being hyper-digital. It leans heavily into the EV future, meaning faster software, smarter connectivity, and likely over-the-air updates that continuously improve the vehicle. In today's market, luxury buyers don't just want leather. They want intelligence. They want screens that respond like smartphones. They want voice assistants that actually understand commands. They want seamless integration with their digital life. And this is where newer EV-focused brands often have an advantage. Now let's talk performance. Traditional luxury SUVs like the Escalade run powerful V8 engines. They roar. They feel muscular. They drink fuel. The Range Rover offers refined gasoline and hybrid options. The Mercedes GLS and BMW X7 deliver smooth turbocharged engines with German engineering precision. But the Zeekr 9X is stepping into the electric performance world. And electric changes everything. Instant torque, silent acceleration, smooth, uninterrupted power delivery. There's something about pressing the accelerator in a high-powered electric SUV that feels futuristic. No engine noise, no gear shifts, just pure forward motion. If this SUV delivers dual-motor all-wheel drive performance, it could easily compete with traditional luxury SUVs in acceleration, and possibly outperform many of them from 0 to 60. But here's the thing, luxury buyers don't only care about speed. They care about ride quality. They care about smooth suspension, cabin insulation, and comfort over long distances. If the Zeekr 9X incorporates adaptive air suspension like Range Rover or magnetic ride control like Cadillac, it could genuinely deliver that floating on air experience. Now let's get into what might matter most, price. Because price is where battles are won and lost. If the Zeekr 9X enters the US market somewhere between $85,000 and $110,000, it places itself directly against the Escalade, GLS, and X7. The Range Rover can climb much higher depending on trim. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is in an entirely different galaxy price-wise. So if Zeekr delivers near Range Rover luxury for slightly less money, that's a compelling argument. But here's the real challenge. Would you spend six figures on a brand without decades of reputation in America? That's the emotional hurdle. Brand trust in the luxury segment is powerful. Mercedes-Benz built its name over generations. BMW built a performance legacy. Cadillac represents American prestige. Range Rover symbolizes refined British luxury. Zeekr is new. However, it's backed by Geely, the automotive group that owns Volvo. And Volvo is known globally for safety and engineering. So the foundation isn't weak. The perception just needs time to grow. Now let's talk about build quality. Luxury is not just about features. It's about how the doors close. It's about stitching alignment. It's about panel gaps. It's about the feel of the buttons. If the Zeekr 9X matches German-level precision, it becomes a legitimate competitor. If it falls short, buyers will notice immediately. In the ultra-luxury segment, details matter more than horsepower numbers. And then there's technology. This might be Zeekr's strongest weapon. Chinese EV brands are advancing rapidly in autonomous driving systems, AI integration, and digital ecosystems. Tesla changed the American market by proving that software matters as much as hardware. If the Zeekr 9X offers advanced driver assistance, intelligent highway systems, adaptive cruise with lane centering, and advanced parking automation, it positions itself as future-focused. And the future sells, especially to younger luxury buyers who value innovation over tradition. Now let's be balanced. Potential weaknesses include dealership infrastructure, service availability, resale value, and long-term reliability data in the US market. Luxury buyers often consider resale value before purchasing. Established brands have predictable depreciation curves. A new brand introduces uncertainty. But sometimes risk creates opportunity. Because when a new player enters the market, they often over-deliver to gain attention. More features for the money. More technology for the price. So here's the big question. Is the Zeekr 9X better than an Escalade today? In terms of brand power in America, probably not yet. Is it more futuristic than a Range Rover? Possibly. Is it more tech-forward than a Mercedes GLS? Very likely. Is it trying to challenge Rolls-Royce styling cues at a fraction of the price? Absolutely. And that's what makes it fascinating. Because the luxury SUV world is shifting. For decades, Germany, Britain, and America dominated this space. Now electric innovation is opening the door to new contenders. And competition pushes everyone forward. So I want to ask you something important. If this SUV launched tomorrow in the US at $95,000 fully loaded, would you consider it? Would you choose cutting-edge innovation over brand legacy? Would you park this in your driveway instead of a familiar badge? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. Because the next 5 years in the luxury SUV world are going to look very different from the last 20. And vehicles like the Zeekr 9X are proof that the game is evolving. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown and want more honest comparisons, more future-focused reviews, and more bold discussions about where the automotive world is heading, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because we don't just review cars here. We analyze the future. And trust me, the future of luxury is just getting started. I'll see you in the next video.